So I have to ask the patented, had you seen the original Oldboy when you got the role?
I hadn't. I didn't get the role. I read the script and then I saw the movie in the same day, but that was the order. And then I loved the story. I wanted to be a part of it. I took a meeting with Nathan, the producer, and kind of hunted down the job as best I could because I thought it would be really awesome to be part of a story like this.
What was so compelling about the character for you?
Honestly, I mean, the character is great, but the character is a tool in the writing. The character helps tell a larger story, and I wanted to be part of this kind of crazy twist and turn in a film that really takes you off guard, and hopefully it's shocking and disturbing, but also like heartbreaking. Hopefully you care enough about those people for it to be heartbreaking, and then the job was to try and figure out how we can flesh her out even more and make her figure out why she needs him just as much as he needs her, instead of just making her some tool to just move around.
Yeah, she has a very troubled past. What do you do to infuse her with all that history?
I think really hard. I don't know. I guess you just talk to people, you just ask questions, you try and figure out how people would react in certain situations that might bring up a trigger, might bring up some sort of past memory, because we all have triggers for something. We all have some sort of trauma in our lives, whether we know it or not, or whether it's small or large in different perspectives. So you just try and understand that person's sort of trauma and apply it. And I think you do that with all characters.
And can you talk a little bit about working with Spike? What was that process like?
It was amazing. I met him, and he had the script with him, and he just like pointed at it and was like, "What do you think? Like, what do you think needs to change? What do you think about this scene?" And I'm like, "Not in that scene, but you want my opinion, okay?" He's very collaborative, and he cares about your opinion. He cares about you being comfortable with what the words coming out of your mouth, with the action, with everything. And he makes a really happy set. The crew's very happy. He's kind, he's giving, he's hilarious. I can't speak better about him.
And you mentioned the twists and turns. I mean, we won't spoil it, of course, but the movie goes some very dark places. Do you think the general public is prepared for what happens in Oldboy?
Sure. I mean, there's some weird stuff that we get to watch all the time. Documentaries tend to be scarier than these types of films, but I don't know, people can sit through like Django Unchained. I think they can sit through Oldboy.
And you've done so many like fantastic independent films, and then you just shot Godzilla, which is probably 180 turn, right?
It wasn't though, because Gareth, the director, was so much from that world as well, and he wouldn't be able. He couldn't understand a concept beyond the people he had to tangibly work with every day. So it didn't feel that way. I didn't have a green screen. I didn't have like tennis balls as my eye lines. Like I didn't have to deal with too much of that. I'm not in the army in the movie. I'm not. I'm a pretty practical character. So I haven't really had that kind of like crazy experience yet. But I feel like that's about to happen.